He just gave up everything, hopped in the next plane and just flew back to New York and started partying like anything. True story. So we can try to suppress ourselves and do this or that, but what really works is if we actually look into our lives and see like what we're really doing and how valuable it is. Are we trying to just fool others, fool ourselves, just to impress our friends and peers and family members and just do whatever the media is telling us to do, what the politicians are telling us to do. At the end of the day, we are just being like cheated. But if we actually look into our lives and see, am I really happy? And if I'm not, then we have to find out the thing that's going to really make us happy. Beyond the beliefs and beyond the rituals and beyond all the superficial things we're into. So that's the beauty of Krishna consciousness. In Krishna consciousness, we could actually experience, we can experience this fulfillment. No matter who we are and what background we have, if we actually give it a good go, if we actually try this chanting, if we try this spiritual foodstuffs that's been offered to Krishna, and we take shelter of these ancient yoga teachings, they're like time tested. It's not just like something somebody discovered recently and they keep changing. Every time the news you see like they're finding a new species and they're really amazed. But it's not like that. The Vedas, the yoga text of ancient India, they're pretty accurate and they actually guide us. They're like GPS for our lives. So what's been given to us may sound so simple, because if you go to like other yoga groups and yoga centers and temples like that, there's a lot of show going on. I was recently at a yoga center. I went to place some books there. It's amazing. Everybody looks a certain way, They carry this really like a fancy yoga mats in the back, and they drive a certain kind of car, and their shoes are like vegan shoes, and they just look like your feet, and they eat like, they have a cafe right there and they eat like pesticide free food, and they're talking in some spiritual like lingo, and it's like a lot of show going on. I felt like insignificant and useless just being there. I'm like, but then you realize after everything's said and done, what's the real substance? It's like if you go to a hospital, you go to a fancy hospital, and the nurse is looking beautiful, and the receptionist is like talking very eloquent, and then it's air conditioned, and they give you nice like orange juice or coffee or whatever, and everything. And then when you go, the drip is actually like empty. The medicine is like not available. It's like, what's the point? Like so much facade, but there's no real thing that you went for. But it takes like some experience to actually penetrate through all this and see like, what am I here for? In Krishna consciousness, things may appear like a little bit simple, like not so much show. People talk as it is. People tell you things as it is, and a very approachable, staff, and you don't charge anything for the dinner, and so many books are available, and they're written in very easy, straightforward language, and everything is so easy. So sometimes we think like, oh, it's no fun. But this is the real medicine. This is the real deal. So this is the beauty of Krishna consciousness. By coming here, our hearts actually become completely satisfied from the day one. You don't have to, believe in something. As soon as you walk in the door, it's nothing like, we didn't serve you like vodka or there's no DJ here, you're just sitting on the floor and you're just giving like oral reception. And isn't it everybody feeling good?
Yes.
It's not just like a belief system. And this is like day one, even if you're here, anybody here for the first time? Oh, welcome. How are you feeling so far? So this is the proof. Whether you're like first day in Krishna consciousness or like somebody like Savas Prabhu who's chanting this mantra for the past 40 years. Every day, 2 hours, same mantra, Hare Krishna and Rama. 40 years. You can do the math, 40 years into 2 hours. It's just like, we have so many living proofs. This process really works. But sometimes, depending on our attitude, we may not get the immediate results because we bring in a lot of baggage with us. Krishna consciousness, you immediately see the results depending on how we approach it. It's like sometimes I see the homeless guys, they like treasure like all these trash bags full of like garbage, and they have these carts and they're pulling them around. I was trying to talk to one guy, like he wouldn't even let the cart go. He's like, oh, I have my stuff there. I mean, for us it may seem like crazy, but this is how we are also. We're not holding on to some garbage bags, but inside we may value other things which is also like useless in a sense. So in Krishna consciousness, when we come to the spiritual path, we bring in a lot of conditioning, we bring a lot of heavy karma. So we have to give some time and be patient and apply the process. And it really works. And it's very simple, it's free, and it really satisfies the heart. And once you feel it, you can't help it but to tell your friends or whoever you come across. Just like if you see some really good documentary or movie, get on the phone and you share with others. Similarly, when you fill yourself with Krishna consciousness, when you're experiencing the taste of the mantra meditation and the company of the spiritual minded people, you can't help it but to bring your friends to the Bhakti house, to Govindas and to temple like this. So it's a very easy, this is my personal realization. I was reading many teachings, humbly, open-mindedly, associating with so many other religions. But when I came across Bhagavad Gita, I was thinking, I grew up with this Bhagavad Gita, so I didn't want to give it much priority. I thought I know the Bhagavad Gita. But when I actually took my time to study the Bhagavad Gita, it really completely answered all my questions. It connected all the dots. Like the world religions are like a piece of a puzzle, Krishna consciousness puts them all in place and we can actually see the picture. And what to speak of when I started chanting and when all my questions were answered, all my stress was gone, all my fear was gone. I was so fearful like anything before. Because you're fearful, you're in anxiety because you're not getting something that you really want. On the other hand, you're always in anxiety and fearful, thinking you're going to lose something that's very dear to you. But when I came to Krishna consciousness, fear left, anxiety left. So many, byproducts are there. Even materially speaking, started doing better in school and so many things. So this is what I wanted to share with you this evening, that please take it seriously, the process that's presenting to you, and try to apply it, not just like sample it, but put your heart into it and you'll definitely see the results. It really works. And this is like one switch that can turn on all lights. Just like new homes, they have, as soon as you walk in, you press one button. The old homes, like you got to go to each bulb. And similarly, there's so many books written out there that can solve one of your problems. But there's no book that can claim that can solve all your problems. So that's the Bhagavad Gita. Just by reading the Bhagavad Gita cover to cover, it actually can solve all our problems, economical problems, spiritual problems, health problems, mental problems, relationship problems. All the answers are there. So does anybody have any questions or anything?